It's Tehachapi time. Maya Acosta joined by Key Budge today, and we have Dean Peterson, Second Vice Commander with American Legion Post 221. Thanks for joining us, Dean.
Glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me over.
Yeah, welcome back. This is at least your third time on the show.
Yes. Yeah, third time.
Yeah, I think, and each time, obviously, we've had you in, and you represented the American Legion, and we've talked. I think we had a Memorial Day podcast,
yes, Memorial
and we
Day.
did a Veterans Day podcast, and today it's time to talk about Veterans Day again.
Gotta love Veterans Day.
It is. It's a celebration.
Yeah, it's much more happy than the Memorial Day. Memorial Day is great, but it's a little somber.
It is, and let's just kind of go with that just for a minute, because a lot of people, some people don't recognize or understand the difference between Memorial Day, and Veterans Day, even though it's in the verbiage itself. But Memorial Day is that time that we reflect on our veterans that paid the ultimate sacrifice, didn't make it home, and
right.
Veterans Day is a celebration to all of those that raised their hand, took an oath, and took care of our country for one of the branches of the military. Yeah,
if you put your boots on, you didn't have to deploy. You just had to put your hand up and say, "I do," willingly or not. Yeah, we're here to celebrate them on Veterans Day.
And that's going to be Monday, November 11th. And we've got some special things going on here in Tehachapi.
We do. It should be a lot of fun.
Can you tell us, Dean, what are we starting off with? This year we're kicking it off with a parade, correct?
We are. So we moved the Memorial Day parade to Veterans Day. Again, leave the celebration back to Veterans Day. So if you want to participate in the parade, we'll take anybody. We are asking for any veterans to come on out and walk in the parade. We're going to end up divvying it up by service branch. So whatever you served in, we'll have groups to walk with. We'll also have a float for veterans who cannot walk. So at 9 to 9:30, if you want to show up and join the parade, we're going to kick off at 10.
All right. And applications with the Chamber? So,
yes, the Chamber of Commerce is running our applications. Claire's awesome. She has been phenomenal about getting businesses and support for us. The Tehachapi Chamber of Commerce page does have the application.
Perfect. And Dean, you served in the U.S. Air Force.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still getting to work. Are you working on base as a civilian now?
I work down in Palmdale.
Out in Palmdale.
Yeah,
okay.
Down at Lockheed.
So can you tell us a little bit about your time in the Air Force, what it meant to you, and then the importance of being a part of the American Legion, and, the celebration takes place on Veterans Day?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm third generation military. Grandpa was Army in World War II. Dad was Air Force in Vietnam. And I felt like I had to serve. Went through ROTC at Iowa State University. Go Cyclones. And then become an officer, flew KC-135s for 10 years. Great times, great people. Unfortunately, gone 10, 11 months of the year, having a family, made the choice to get out. So loved my time in, loved my time not in anymore, but still felt the need to serve. Serve, the brothers out there, or the veterans, serve the community. And the VFW and the American Legion both do a fantastic job at taking care of our people. American Legion, honestly, because they had bingo. My mother-in-law moved in and she asked me, well, why aren't you part of anything? And so that gave me permission. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I joined the American Legion because they had bingo and she wanted to go to bingo. I love the people there. They have a American Legion family. For the people who've actually served, there's the American Legion. There's the American Legion Riders. So if you are associated with the American Legion but ride motorcycles, they do funeral escorts and all kinds of different events. And then there's the Sons of the American Legion. So if you have a parent or grandparent, if you're the male descendant of a parent or your male descendant, there we go, of a veteran, parent or grandparent, you can join. And then there's the auxiliary. So if you didn't serve, but you were married to, have family member or associated with a veteran, and we take care of the veterans in the community, and we also take care of the community. The community, state, and nation is our motto.
I know in talking with you in the past, there's different programs and things that the American Legion does, but one of the big things is if there's a veteran in need or the family member, that you guys step up. There's no questions asked. You guys do it without fanfare.
Right. Yeah, if you're a veteran and need help, or if you're married to a veteran who's deployed, or married to a veteran who's passed, or whatever, get a hold of us. We'll be glad to help out. Whatever it is, take care of. We do yard work. We'll try and do minor repairs. I can't make any claims on big stuff, but we'll try and fix up houses or whatnot. But yeah, we do try and support.
Lynn had a great story. We just met before this podcast talking about more Veterans Day planning, and she told us about a great story of how all these local organizations, the VFW, American Legion, all got together to deliver the honor flight experience to a veteran that couldn't actually physically go on the trip. So just things like that, sounded like a very touching and really sweet experience that you guys were able to provide for this veteran, and cheer him up. And it just sounded really nice. So you guys do all sorts of things to support our community members in that way. It's really great.
We definitely try. And then I love Tehachapi because we have some amazing partners in the 5150 Diesels and the VFW and the Daughters of American Revolution and the Blue Star Moms and even the TV RPD and the city. Gosh, I'm missing somebody.
But yeah, I know KCF, the fire department, the police department.
Yeah, fantastic support. Whatever we want to do to help veterans, there's always somebody there to help us out.
Yeah. Well, and you guys are an integral part of the community. I know that whenever we have something that's coming up, going on, that we're doing a community event and reach out to you guys, your answer is always yes. How can we do it? What can we do?
Yes. We love our community. Veteran or not, we love helping people out. But especially, a community state nation, like I said, is Tehachapi is our home. We're here to take care of it and help it prosper as much as we can.
Now, is there room for growth in American Legion Post 221? And if there's some veterans out there that are saying, well, maybe it's time for me to get involved and become active?
Yeah, absolutely. So the American Legion, we have our monthly meetings. So the third Wednesday of every month at 7:00. So social hours at 6:30. And then 7:00 is our meeting. Everybody's welcome to join. If you have a DD-214, or if you are even in current service right now, you are more than welcome to join us. I think the VFW, you're required to actually put boots on the ground elsewhere. But the American Legion, if you have a DD-214, please stop on out. It's about the brotherhood. It's about taking care of each other. It's about taking care of the community. And in the end, it's a place that we can all just get together and be around people who understand the same jokes,
right?
Understand the same stories. It's pretty amazing.
It's fun to watch you guys rib each other. When I get to come and attend some of the meetings and it's filled with members, you guys are on each other right away. Different, whether it's the branch, it's just enjoyable as an outsider to get to watch.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of banter. Some more than others, but yeah, you can't have thin skin. It's definitely veteran humor.
I noticed that Chief Standridge, we've been to a couple of these Veterans Day planning meetings, and when he's been there, he jumps right in. He's right in the middle of it, so I get to see him in a different light.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit more PC in his job.
Yeah,
hang around us. He doesn't have to be so PC.
Now let's talk about Veterans Day and what it means to you.
So Veterans Day, growing up, we really didn't celebrate it. My dad, being from Vietnam, didn't have a real good experience. So Veterans Day is kind of a new thing for me. After getting out, realized, there's a lot of people that not necessarily forgotten, but that want to forget it. So Veterans Day is about, hey, you were a veteran. Come back to the fold. We got you. We got your back. So it's a celebration, just a time for people to remember. And celebrate the people who actually put their hand up and said, I do. It didn't matter how you served or who you served with. Veterans Day is a time to put our heritage together as a veteran. And
this, I know with the event that's going to take place at Central Park, it's family friendly. You want families there. You want
Absolutely.
to see the kids out there enjoying themselves and the next generation. It's not just about the veterans, but about the families and recognizing the families as well.
Absolutely. So the other thing I've noticed is as a service member, everybody thanks the service member. Nobody thanks the spouse or the children, and they put up with a lot. It is hard to be a military spouse. Like I said, I was gone 10, 11 months of the year. I've been married almost the whole time I was in the Air Force. And so every time I came home, I was a different person when I got home. And so after I had my daughter, she was 3 months old when I made the choice. Okay, it's time to hang up my spurs and get out. I can't do time away. And so we want to recognize the hardships that families go through also. So we want to celebrate not just and we want to celebrate the service member, but also the family.
There's a lot of giving that takes place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to hear that, it's that there's so much more that you guys look at and go, no, I don't get through this without the support of my family. And it's nice to recognize them.
Yes. Yeah, they put in their time, that's for sure.
So we've got the parade, and that starts at 10 o'clock, and it's going to run on F Street, starting at Green. It's going to end up at Central Park. And then at 11 o'clock, so we invite people to come down, bring your chairs, and camp out along F Street and just appreciate our veterans as they roll out and head towards the ceremony.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love having crowds, but come and enjoy yourselves.
Have we decided on a Grand Marshal, or is that still open yet?
We do. David Gladden is going to be the marshal.
Oh, fantastic.
So, and then also the speaker also at the ceremony.
And he'll get to share a little bit of his story.
Yeah, he was a Vietnam veteran and a Gulf War veteran.
Oh.
So he spanned that whole time.
Wow. A very long career.
Yes, 20 years.
And which branch?
I think he was Army.
Okay. Great. Okay,
I'm sorry. I don't remember which branch it was.
Okay, but he served for representing our country for a couple of decades, multiple decades.
Yes,
and he will be honored and featured as the Grand Marshal and the keynote speaker to address at the ceremony. So the parade will end at Central Park, and then at 11:11, that the ceremony will start.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect at the ceremony this year?
Yeah, absolutely. So 11/11 Armistice Day. If you do your Veterans Day lore, in 1918 or 1919, the year after the war, they had Armistice Day, and so we kind of carried that over and turned it into Veterans Day under FDR, maybe. Wow, I don't remember my history.
Yeah,
but anyway, at 11:11, we'll have the Legion Riders ride the flag to the flagpole, and then there will be a member of the VFW that will raise the flag, and then we'll have service members around and everything, and then we will have the speaker and the national anthem and the normal Veterans Day ceremony going on. After the ceremony is done, then we do have laser tag lined up with Bakersfield Live. So if you've done laser tag with them, they're a legit organization. They do a good job.
And all ages?
All ages.
Okay.
If you can walk, if you can, hey, if you want to crawl, if you want to do wheelchair, whatever, all ages.
Love that.
That'll be fun.
Very good. And then there's also a Veterans Day fair that's taking place that the Chamber is helping host.
Yes. Yeah. So the Chamber put together a bunch of organizations that have a veteran focus. And so I'm not sure who's all coming. But yeah, there will be plenty of resources for veterans.
So
including we'll have, is it Marley's Mutts? I think it's going to be there. They do a lot of work with veterans, pairing them up with an animal also.
Yeah, that's a great program. I know that they've got. Have you done the podcast with Marley's Mutts regarding their Veterans Day program?
Yeah, just a couple episodes ago, if you're listening to this now, we talked with Connor Long with Marley's Mutts, and they also have a Veterans Day event that's taking place November 9th, so a couple days before the actual Veterans Day ceremony, but they're starting a new program that's really cool involving veterans and the dogs that they have there at the ranch, offering a new sort of therapy to help, those veterans work through things in a unique way and in a beautiful setting there at Marley's Mutts, the ranch out there. So, yeah, they're doing a lot to really support our veterans here in the community.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like them. They're a good organization.
So they'll be out there along with some other veteran groups that offer, you said, resources. So if there's a veteran that's listening that might be in need or curious about something, or you have a family member who is a veteran that needs something, maybe you can go and get a little material, educate yourself, and help that veteran through whatever they're going through.
Yes. Yeah. If you're in need in any way, stop on out, check out the booths. And the service member or the service representatives. So if you're having problems with the VA, want to get take care of your paperwork through that way, both the VFW and the American Legion will have service officers there, and you can talk to them and take care of the VA paperwork also.
And it's nice that the American Legion Post 221 you're working closely with the VFW charter here in town as well. So this is a kind of a co-hosted Veterans Day celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working together on a lot of this stuff, a lot of the Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and then just community events also.
That's fantastic. So, Dean, we've got the parade, we've got the ceremony itself, you've got your monthly meetings, and you mentioned bingo, and that's the first Friday every month.
Yes, first Friday of every month at the Legion Hall.
And how can anyone just go, or do you have to be veteran affiliated?
No, anybody can go. It's a community friendly event. You have to be over 18 because it is considered gambling by the state of California.
Okay, but I'm sure you get a very nice turnout. You guys have a beautiful building now. You guys have just remodeled the interior. It looks fantastic. It's very comforting, and I'm sure the community turns out.
Absolutely. We have 80 or 90 members there sometimes.
Wow.
It's quite hopping.
And now, I can't imagine the energy. Now, do you have a wide? Is it a wide age group that's attending, or are you getting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll see kids come in with their grandparents, or all ages. You'll see a whole family there, and it's neat to see.
I haven't done it yet.
And people, you get your favorite seat, and then the people around you, and so when my mother-in-law used to go, we had the favorite seat, and we got to know all the people and the tables, to the left and to the right. And some of the bingo games, you do a good neighbor, and so not only do you win the pot, but your neighbors to the left and right get extra money. So that's just a way to talk to more people.
Oh, like that, a little camaraderie building.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, build a community through just having fun playing bingo.
Right.
Well, very good. Now, Dean, anything else that we want to talk about for Veterans Day, the specific with what's Post 221 has put together, everything you've been working? I know we've been a part of the planning meetings. We've got the parade. We've got the ceremony itself. Anything else that you wanted to share?
No, I think that about covers it. So the booths and then laser tag after the ceremony.
It should be a fun day.
This should be good times.
So that's going to be Monday, November 11th. Most people have that day off, but there's a reason, because many Americans raised their hand, took an oath to protect our country. And now it's our time to celebrate that time that you spent and you sacrificed away from family, and your wife, your kids all sacrificed as a part of it. And we need to honor and celebrate them.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So that's Monday, November 11th. Also want to remind folks, too, that on Monday, November 4th, we're going to have a mural that has been, the artist is Mark Pastana. And Maya, you got a chance to talk to retired Colonel Mark Pastana.
Yeah, he's such an interesting person and super talented at everything that he does. But he has created a patriotic mural on a city-owned utility box outside of the VFW there on Tehachapi Boulevard. And it's depicting all of the different military branches kind of throughout history and time. And it's just paying homage to all of our veterans. As we were saying, we have so many veterans in our community, but such a cool art piece that we will be unveiling. Mark is nationally known for his work, his artwork. He's got paintings that are in the Pentagon collection. He's designed several space shuttle mission patches. So just tons of, impressive works of art. He's done a couple other murals here in town, but we're excited to unveil this on November 4th.
If you drive by the VFW on Tehachapi Boulevard, you can kind of get a sneak peek, but we'll officially unveil it on November 4th at 11:30 retired Colonel Pastano will be there, and we'll get to honor him and thank him for his creativity and sharing, a part of his passion, but also to recognize him and other veterans leading into Veterans Day. And the city of Tehachapi is excited that we were able to take care of that and sponsor that. And it's something we've kind of done the last couple of years, is try to make sure that for Veterans Day we did something. Last year we dedicated a bench in front of Post 221. So we're trying to make sure that our timing to honor our veterans is kind of highlights Veterans Day. So.
Yes. Yeah, beautiful bench, by the way. If you all want to come and see it, it is a partly recycled, I guess, or reused windmill turbine blade.
Yeah,
it's really neat, and it's dedicated to a POW.
Yeah, there's two. So that we did the first one for the MIA,
right,
and for that naval aviator, and then we followed up. I think we did that. And we followed up with the second one, and we dedicated that to all veterans from the city of Tehachapi. So we were happy and honored to be able to do that. So we appreciate the partnership and collaborations that we're able to work on, with you, Dean, and everyone at Post 221, currently under Lynn Eckert's command. It's just been a pleasure to work with you guys.
Yeah, we love Tehachapi. We love working with all y'all. It's fun.
Great. So anything in closing you want to like to add?
No, just any veteran, please come on out. Anybody that's veteran affiliated, come on out. It'll be a good time.
Excellent. Maya?
No, I'm just looking forward to it.
Just want to thank everyone again, Post 221 and our VFW, for you guys working so closely together, allowing us to participate and help you put these things together. We're honored to be a part of it, be a part of your team in a support role. So let me just pass that along to you, Dean, so you guys know that we do it very sincerely, and we thank you for your service. We thank your family for their service and support of you during your time.
She paid her dues, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, based on today's conversation, if you've got a question, you can send it to us at media@TehachapiCityHall.com. And we just invite you to come out to these events. November 4th, Tehachapi Boulevard in front of the VFW at 11:30, we'll unveil this special mural and then on November 9th, the event is going to be at Marley's Mutts, and that's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then also the all-day celebration that we'll have on Monday, November 11th, starting at 10 a.m. with the parade, followed at 11:11 by the ceremony at Central Park. We invite you to join us and hope to see you there. We appreciate all the time you spend with us. And Dean, thanks again for making the time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, we'll catch you again soon right here on Tehachapi.